was Nathaniel Wallet. I think that's important to tell you the story of this man because in some ways he would have been very particularly tickled by the lecture I'm going to give you. Because you see, although he came here and he was one of the founders of the Indian Museum 212 years ago, he was actually born a German Jew in Denmark. And he trained as a surgeon and came to India to work in the Danish colony of Srirampur, not far from Kolkata, where just 6 months or less than a year after he arrived here as a surgeon, the English East India Company took over Srirampur from the Danish, and he found himself as a prisoner of the East India Company. So he actually spent 2 years as a prisoner of the English East India Company till the authorities discovered that they were running a shortage of surgeons. So he was lucky, and so he got freed, and he began working as a surgeon for the English East India Company. Now, while he was doing this, he developed an interest in botany. And as a result of that, he became quite a famous botanist. In fact, he became one of the most famous botanists of his time. In fact, he was also, for a while, running the botanical gardens across the river. He had a role to set up the botanical gardens in Singapore. And he, of course, excelled in his own profession and became one of the best-known surgeons in the world. Now, while he was, as I said, practicing medicine, doing botany about 212 years ago, also decided to set up Asia's first museum, the museum that you are now sitting in. So I think he would have been particularly tickled with the idea, as a surgeon who became famous as a botanist and is today remembered as a founder of a museum, that I'm going to speak as an economist about the history of shipbuilding in India and about a voyage as a sailor, which I just completed a few weeks ago from India to Porbandar on a 4th century ship.